And we're live on the Live Masters TV showcase. I'm your host, Mike Chavez, your live master. And we have our special guest, Beth Farnsworth from the beautiful land down under Australia. I'm super excited to have her on here as a guest and for you to get to know her, hopefully, kind of the way I have gotten to know her, because we haven't met in person because she's in Australia under these incredible, unique circumstances in the world, right? And I'm broadcasting to you live from the fabulous city of Las Vegas. What's really cool about Beth is her and I recently met about 2 or 3 months ago, around 3 months ago, on a really exciting project we're working on called Path Changers. And we connected there, and she decided to step outside her comfort zone and step into her confidence and join our Live Masters 7-day video challenge. And she completed it. And here's the interview part of the challenge. So that is a little information about Beth and what we're doing here and what we're talking about today on the Live Masters TV showcase. So Beth, do me a huge favor. Say hello to the world from the beautiful land down under. It's summertime there. How's the weather today?
Hey everyone, how you going? The weather's really good here. It's quite warm here today, so it's very sunny, about 30 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure how you say it all over the world, wherever you are. Yeah, so oh, that sounded backgroundy.
Yeah, we were doing good for a second, and then it started to come back. We tried a test before we went live, and we were having issues with the sound, and seemed like we had it worked out. But okay, so let's see how it sounds on your end. I'll just let me mute my microphone. That might help. So you can go ahead and tell your story a little bit.
Okay, so my name's Beth, and I'm from Victoria, Australia. I live in the country towards Bendigo Way. I used to be down the peninsula where it was the sea change and everything like that, but I moved to the country 4 years ago and live on 20 acres with sheep. So I have sheep I look after now, and they basically look after themselves. They just graze the paddocks and everything like that. And I'm that person that was very like an introvert, so to say, very shy, never talked to people, just very nervous person. And I thought I'd join Live Masters to gain that confidence and just get out there and get out of that uncomfort zone. And yeah, doing that, I believe you start enjoying life so much more. And yeah, it's a passion of mine now. I just want to like chat to anyone I can now.
That's so awesome. So, okay, so let me get this straight. You have 20 acres. And you said you have sheep. I'm just curious, and I'm sure some people that might be watching would be curious. How many sheep do you have on 20 acres, and what do you do with the sheep? Do you like shave them for the wool and stuff? What's the deal?
So basically, I have at the moment 10 sheep. They're merino sheep, purebreds. I did have Dorpers, which were blackhead Dorpers, but they are sheep that just want to escape all the time. They're not good sheep to try and keep in, unless you just feel like going for a walk forever just to get them back in. So we changed it up for merino sheep that basically we do the wool for. They're not a meat sheep whatsoever. So that's not what you would have in the supermarkets where you are. They're for breeding wool. So we shave them or shear them and get money for their wool. And it's actually 1 sheep per acre that you can have. So, yeah, that's about the sheep.
That's okay. So 1 sheep per acre. That's really cool. And so you've had them in your family for a while, and you've been raising them in the family for quite some time?
Yeah, we've actually got 1 sheep. He's a ram. Or was a ram. He's a wether now. So he got desexed, and we bottle fed him. We rescued him, and we brought him up like with that. We've got a German Shepherd on our property, and our sheep, his name's Shawnee. We named him Shawnee, and we bottle fed him and loved him because I love animals. I'm an animal lover, and while we raised him, he started to act like a dog. So he'd sleep on the dog bed with the dog on the deck. He would not sleep on the dirt whatsoever. He's like, I don't know, what would you say, a stuck-up sheep? Oh, no, I'm not going to go sleep on the dirt. I got to go sleep on the dog bed, you know. And then he'd run down the driveway, barring to let us know that someone's coming because we've got a really long driveway. And he'll go down there going, bah, 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 telling us that someone's, you know, entering our property and giving us that warning sign, just like our German Shepherd would tell us. So it's pretty cool, something different.
That's really interesting. That's really interesting. I mean, I've never talked to an Australian shepherd or somebody that works with sheep in Australia, and it's interesting. You have a German Shepherd, and instead of an Australian Shepherd, right? Do you have different dogs to take care of the sheep?
No, we don't at the moment. There, because we are around them a lot, and you use some feed or something. You can shake like a bucket and call them. So I just say, "Come on, girls!" And because we got mainly all girls, a couple of boys, rams. So we got mainly ewes. So I just say, "Come on, girls," and they all just come running and just come up for pats and doing that. And getting more involved with your sheep is better. It's just easier that they come to us that way if they ever escape. So, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. You just have them. Oh, we got the feedback again. We just have them be like dogs, basically. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're good sheep.
So
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit about your experience going live. You just your very first video that you did, your very first live, was it in Live Masters?
Yeah, it was. It was in Live Masters. So I actually hadn't done lives on my own Facebook page whatsoever because I was just too nervous, worried about judgment. But I believe now that, you know, people, who are they to judge, really? It's in your own head, and it's so easy to, you know, put yourself down and go, oh, someone's going to judge you. But you've got to get that negative thought out your head, I believe now, and just, you know, push on. You're not going to succeed in anything if you don't, you know, get out of the uncomfort zone. It's like what, getting comfortable in your uncomfort zone, so to speak. So, yeah, I've advanced a lot more since doing Live Masters. I think it's brilliant, Mike, that you got this all happening. I don't know how long it's been going for, however long you've had this whole Live Masters thing going, but you know, I'm new to it, and yeah, it's already starting to change my life for the better.
Yeah, that's very cool. I'm glad you've been able to participate. Live Masters is about a little over 3 years old, and tomorrow actually will be my 4-year anniversary of going live every day for 4 years tomorrow. So
wow,
yeah,
that's awesome.
It's cool though that you have been able to come in there and do the videos because, you know, we're working on this other project together. That's how we actually connected. And we have some mutual friends that we're working with in Australia, here in the States. And Monday through Friday, we get on a call here in the States at 7 in the morning, and it's 2 in the morning in Australia. And
yes,
you are so plugged in, you're so dedicated, you're so focused on learning and growing daily on these world-class personal development calls that you literally get up in the middle of the night to watch them. And then on Friday, that's the best day. You want to explain what we do on Fridays?
yeah, sure. So basically joining the group that I'm with has been life-changing for me. I was like always in a dark area of my life due to trauma throughout my life. Anyway, I needed to join like a group, what I've joined for self-development, personal development, that I didn't know I can actually grow as a person. So I've been on there every morning because it's like my therapy, but also my self-development. It's huge. Like I'm learning things like we're reading at the moment Think and Grow Rich, and it's not a book to just go, oh, Think and Grow Rich, you get rich out of this book. It's nothing like that. It's a lot of self-development stuff in that book, and we go over it about it with different words that is brought up. And I've been learning by listening to that. That's given me self-development and learning all that stuff. And yeah, I'm really much enjoying that. And then on the Friday, we have Fun Friday. So basically, we jump on there. Everyone is so loving, warm, caring. They're not just friends, they're like family. Sometimes there's people out there that are missing something in their life. I was that person, and I just wanted to get in with the family, and it just grew. And everyone, they message you or you talk to them, and either way, it's with a lot of them, and you just connect and get to know each other, and it's really touched my heart. But that Friday is about getting self-confidence up. So I was normally shy to talk in front of a big group. So I actually love to go on Fun Friday. So they'll ask a question, questions like fun questions, just sometimes fun, quirky ones, or something could be about you, talk about you, and you've got a minute to talk, and that's it. And that's it. Try and get what you can get out in 1 minute, which is kind of awkward for me because I'm like, oh, I just woke up 15 minutes before I start. I've got to get that brain going, but I love it. It's totally worth doing because no one's there to judge. They care about you deeply. And yeah, it's just been life-changing, and I've really needed this. So yeah.
Well, I needed the same thing in December 2018 when I found the same core group of people that you discovered too, right? And so it's really cool that you and I get to be on those calls every morning together. And because it's the being around incredible humans that are going places. Our mentor has a saying that says, dogs don't chase parked cars, right? So meaning that people only follow people that are going somewhere. And that's what's awesome about this amazing group of humans is they're going somewhere and they're going places. And the more I started to hang around them, the more I transformed and I started taking more stock in being aware of my life and the different aspects that I need to concentrate on. And so our health journeys. Now, are you doing the 75 hard? Did you start it?
Yeah, I'm actually starting tomorrow. Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm a bit pumped now. I actually gave it a go. I did it for 4 days, and then it kind of fell off the wagon because I've been on a health journey for a year now. I lost 20 kilos in 11 months, and which is really good. I feel really good in myself. I'm more mobile now. I'm doing a lot of exercise and just eating clean. I actually want to try and get off more meat products. I want to just get more raw ingredients into me that breaks down better. I've been learning how to really take care of my body. So, being in that dark place once, I didn't care about myself and just, didn't care. But now I'm like, I'm worth living. Let's make that change. I'm 40, so I've got plenty of years to go, and I just want to live healthier now. So I'm starting the 75 hard tomorrow with a group of people that want to do health change as well. So that's really good. And we've got a little link that we can all communicate together. So we're all accountability partners, and you don't have to do it on your own because, sometimes it's hard to do it on your own. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Difficult to do it on your own. It's so odd how the feedback is coming back and forth. It stays away for a minute and then it comes back. But I've seen you working out. I've seen you post videos, and you and I have been talking offline about better decisions on the type of lifestyle as far as eating and choices like that. And I strongly encourage anybody that's watching this video, if anybody has any questions about what it is that we're doing on our health journeys, we'd love to share more with you. But I think it's simple, and I think we overcomplicate this whole food thing because I always had told myself for the longest time, if it doesn't walk, grow, swim, or fly, you shouldn't eat it. And while I don't eat anything that walks, swims, or flies anymore, I just eat everything that grows. But basically, when you put things into your body that have already been processed somehow, your body doesn't know how to process it and break it down. Our bodies are machines that want to process everything that we put inside of them. So I think the better raw, natural ingredients that your body doesn't have to process. It's just like we got to eat like animals, like gorillas. I want to be strong like a gorilla, so I got to eat like one.
That's right, Mike. That's right. And it's how, eating clean, eating so much veg, it just breaks down in your system so much easier. And your body's not fighting to find that nutrients and work for it so hard. So it's just like it gives you so much energy just eating that stuff. And you're like, whoa, nearly bouncing off the walls, You're happy to get up in the morning and thriving for a walk. You just that simple type of thing just to get those happy endorphins going. And then, your body, you got to listen. When you listen to your body, I've learned to listen to my body, and I'm like, I really want some salad or some good veg, some greens. I know I need it. My body is craving. So you can get bad cravings for bad foods, but you can actually detox off that and not have those cravings. And I actually don't have those cravings anymore, because if I eat anything bad, just say it's like pasta, a sandwich, I actually it's like a brain fog, and I feel tired, that it's like a drug to me. So I actually get scared because I'm not into drugs. So personally, but I feel food, if it's a bad food that I've eaten, I feel like I'm drugged, and it scares me. So I feel eating clean, I actually crave for that. My body's looking for it and wants it. So it's fruit, veg, salads, and all those type of things. So I try and put that into my body and not make my body work so hard by eating meat. So I'm cutting it down a lot. I can't just go off it just like that, because I don't know, maybe that's in my mind, maybe I could, but I'm working down to like a little bit of chicken, but now I'm just trying to do bigger salads, for my main meals, and oats in the morning, or whatever I decide to have for breakfast.
Yeah, well, you touched eating the greens and less carbohydrates regulate your blood sugar, and there's no spikes in your blood sugar, and that's why people are hungry most of the time. It's because their blood sugar gets low, and it's crazy how our bodies actually work. We don't really need as much food as we think we do. I'll tell you, even I know here in the States we overeat like crazy, but that's interesting too. I mean, I know the Aussies love their meat, and for you to even say that publicly, that you really are being more health conscious about cutting all the meat out. I mean, you know what? And if say you're on a farm, you have all this land, and you were raising your own animals, and not that you're going to eat your sheep, but I mean, if you were raising other animals that you could slaughter, right? You would know how they were raised. You know what they ate. You would know, right? That's different. The problem here in the States is the commercialization of the meat industry. Like, quite frankly, it's just like there's just that's the problem. Because I remember my great grandmother, she was from Oklahoma. She lived till she was 92 years old. She started smoking Lucky Strike cigarettes when she was, I think, like 11 or 12, something really crazy. She smoked until she was like 89, and she died at 92. And she used to eat bacon and eggs and biscuits and gravy and just all of the things under the sun, right? Because she lived on a farm. She grew up on a farm. And the food that they grew, and they raised all their own food. So it didn't affect her, right? Even though she smoked cigarettes for all those years. How crazy is that?
She had a long life.
She sure did.
Smoking. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Oh, well, that goes down to genetics too, right? I mean, there's somebody like her that smoked cigarettes for all those years and lives to be that old. And then there's people that are in really super great shape, and then they die of a heart attack in their 20s or something like that. Yeah, but that's definitely
could be runners. Just I hear of people just going for a run and they're had a heart attack and they're so fit. They're healthy, but yeah, it could be anything, really.
Right. Yeah, our lives are very fragile in the moment. I mean, just like that, anything can happen to us or people that we love, and our lives are turned upside down, right? Or we're just gone in an instant, right? So
yeah,
I think it's to just make the most out of every moment and be aware that we have what all dead people want. Here we are, right?
That's right. Well, yeah, you talk such truth, Mike. So life, you only live life once, and why not live it healthy? Why not live it to the fullest, full of happiness? Have that joy when you wake up first thing in the morning thinking, what are you going to do today? And just enjoy that moment and embrace the beautiful, uplifting people that you have around you. See, I used to have probably a few negative people in my life, and they kind of, they were ones that kind of bring you down, and you didn't realize until it really clicked. And then I'm like, I kind of don't want to be around you anymore because you can bring me down, type of thing. So I just changed it up, and I'm all around positive people that talk positive and are happy and want to go on hikes because I love hiking. I love to search for waterfalls. I've got an addiction for waterfalls.
How many waterfalls within hiking distance of your place there?
So if I drive 3 hours away from home, there's probably I don't know how many heaps. There's probably about 20 different ones. So I like big ones. I'd like to go on a big one and swim under it. Haven't done that yet. There's always a few people around. See, that's another confidence thing. I need to just jump in there and start swimming because I don't care what people think. I can go swimming. They might not be in there, but I could cool off.
Yeah, just jump in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to see you do some videos from your property and your land and some videos outside because I'm sure it's beautiful there.
Yeah, sure. I could jump on Live Masters and just, I don't know, chat with my phone and then walk around and show you some of my property and my sheep and my dam. And yeah, I could do some yabbying. There's lots of yabbies here because I'm not sure if people know, but yabbies are land crawlers. So they can hike for ages, yabbies. You think, oh, there's a yabby in the dam, that's where they live. No, they don't. They go dam to dam to dam all over the countryside.
Okay, what is it? They're called yabbies?
Yeah, yabbies, like, say, prawns in the sea, but these are yabbies, so they're freshwater and they live in dams.
Do you eat them?
Yeah, you can eat them. Yeah, they're fine to eat. Lots of people eat them. We don't eat ours. We just, if we've got some family come up and the kids want to do some yabbying, then we just do yabbying in the dam, kind of just catch and release and see if we can get a really big one. And, the kids love it. So we're all about the kids.
Jacqueline said like crawdaddies down here. Oh yeah, they're like mini little shrimp crab thingies, kind of.
Ah, okay. Yeah, ours are a bit bigger, like, so a king prawn that you can get. They're the size that yabbies can be, like a big king prawn. Yeah.
This is one of the reasons why I really love being online, is meeting people like you and hearing what it's like for you in Australia, because Australia has always been on my bucket list to go to, and now I have so many more reasons than ever to go, besides just being a tourist and seeing things. There's nothing better when you go somewhere and you get to hang out with a local instead of just being a tourist.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I'm really excited that eventually, when this unfortunate situation that we're in get, then we can start traveling again, because that's one of the first places I want to go when I can travel internationally, especially Australia. It's whew,
Well,
yeah,
you get a lot of people that want to see you, Mike, and we're going to be there with open arms. And, it won't be just you. You'll be traveling with a group
yeah.
of our family. And, you're going to be welcomed so highly. And, everyone's going to be embracing with hugs, because I think pretty much everyone's huggers. I am.
Yeah, I could definitely see a group of like at least 30 to 50 of us going over there at one time.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be really awesome. So, and just being to be able to spend time together, however long it is, if it's a week, it's going to be amazing. We'll take time off, like from work, and like we're going on holidays, and just spend time with you guys and travel around and show you all the amazing places to see. Yeah, and we'll definitely have to go for a hike, because there's a few of us that like hiking, and I'll take you to some waterfalls.
That sounds really fun. I mean, I just got back from the mastermind trip with our group, and then we went hiking and we went dancing and L-Dub Club and played pickleball. Got to do some stuff, and like I said, they're locals, and so they gave us a good run of the town there. And yeah, we'll definitely do the same when we come to Australia. We're going to keep talking about it, because the more we talk about it, the more we can manifest it and make it happen.
Yes.
We'll definitely be one of the first one. So how are things there? Since you live out in the country, it's pretty like okay out there as far as like the virus and stuff like that. And when you go into town, is it pretty restricted? You guys were on lockdown for quite some time, yeah?
Yeah, we're actually in lockdown for 7 months or so. So, it was very full on. Because I'm in Victoria, of Australia, and our Prime Minister was very, very strict. The guy who runs Victoria part, because there's like different ones for different states of Australia, and he was very, very strict. So he locked us all down for 7 months, but a lot of people lost their jobs, struggled to eat food, housing, lost their houses. And yeah, it's going to take years, 10 or more years, just to get back to where we were. Because in Victoria, where I do live, it's quite an expensive place to live. And now it's because I'm close to the city. And yeah, it's a lot of people have lost a lot of jobs, but being in lockdown for that long, there's no COVID here in Victoria. And then throughout Australia, there's a few here and there in New South Wales, which is the next border, like across the border, you just go there. But we are not letting any of them come across into Victoria. So they're very strict on that. So we've been everyone's been in lockdown for so long. Now we're out. It's not really, hardly anyone. It's only the ones that are flying over from different countries to return back home that they go into isolation for 14 days in like a motel. And then when they get tested again and they're clear, then they can come out. So, yeah, they're really strict here. So I don't have to walk around with a mask in where I live, in the shops. Only in the big shopping centres, they're still making us wear masks, even though there's no COVID here. They just haven't changed the rules yet. Where my sister lives, she lives 3.5 hours away, Jess, and they still have to wear them in the supermarkets. But, yeah, you don't have to wear them down the street and walking and stuff like that now.
Yeah, I know in some parts of Australia it was very strict. Like you couldn't even go outside without wearing one for a while there, which is pretty crazy. So
yeah, it was hard. I was pretty lucky because I'm on 20 acres. So the ones that just had, which was a lot of people that had little land and, little block, and they can't really go for a walk. They were like restricted where they could only go out their homes 5 kilometers away from their home and only an hour a day. Then they're locked down in homes at 8 p.m. Couldn't go out after 8 p.m. And I think it was 6 a.m. They're allowed to leave their homes just for that hour walk. That's it. But I was lucky because I could be on my property, 20 acres, and just walk around everywhere on my property. So I didn't have that extra stress where it was very stressful for a lot of people. And, depression started kicking into them because it was so long. I just focused on my health journey and doing exercise, flat out doing lots of exercise. I didn't focus on the negative part of it all. I just, because there's a lot of people going into the shops and just buying alcohol, boxes of alcohol. We call them slabs over here. So slabs of alcohol, and which is a big carton of alcohol. I don't know how you all say it everywhere, all over the world, but that's what we say. And they were just like, it was shopping out. It was like shopped out. And I just thought, I don't want that. I want to, focus on my health. And I just still ate clean and just did exercise. I kept joining all the exercise groups and just kept doing that.
Yeah, we call them cases here. Cases. Cases of alcohol. It's just a box. It's the same thing. But yeah, it's cool. You guys do have a different lingo. And it was funny. You were mentioning it. I think when we were talking the last time on the Zoom that we were on, that sometimes you don't understand some of the words that we use because there's certain words that you guys use too that are don't know what they mean, and it's the same language, which is crazy, right?
Yes, they go. I'll quickly unmute and say, "What is whatever it is, blah blah blah," and then they're like explaining it. But that's okay. It's just like for us, we'll get to know each other's lingo in time.
Yeah, as far as everything that's going on, you've made the right choices to focus on making yourself better instead of becoming bitter. And I mean, you're blessed definitely to be able to have that kind of land and be isolated a little bit from people, because I mean, obviously if you have 20 acres of land, then you can sit right in the middle of your 20 acres and nobody be around you for the longest if you just have to do what you got to do, right? So that's cool that you got your safe little spot out there. But yeah, it's been really fun doing this interview with you. It's kind of flown by, and we're broadcasting this on my personal page. We're broadcasting this in Live Masters, and we're broadcasting this on our Live Masters YouTube channel. So you can share this anytime, or you can go back through the comments and thank everybody, Jacqueline and Dawn and some of the other viewers that were here that left us a bunch of comments. Really appreciate you guys coming on and hanging out. And if anybody's interested in, continue the conversation about learning how to leverage videos like this to make these kind of relationships that Beth and I have established just by doing videos, let us know. And what would you say to people about Live Masters to have them go take a look, Beth?
I definitely, if you want to get some confidence into you, just do baby steps. Just do that first one. Like, it doesn't matter if you press that live button and you've gone blank for a minute or two. Who cares? Just start going with the flow, talk from the heart, and just get it out there, what you've got to say. If you can't answer that question, so you don't know what to say, just go with your heart and say whatever you feel like saying. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you, everybody that's here. And before we go, Beth, so if people want to follow you and become connected to you online, they can just follow you on Facebook, right? Beth Farnsworth. They look you up and they'll find you, right? In Australia, Beth Farnsworth?
It'll be Beth Haslam Farnsworth, but I can put that in the comments. And yeah, I'm happy to inspire people because I'm on my health journey and I do inspire a lot of people. And yeah, ask me any questions you want under here, and I'm happy to connect with you guys all over the world. I get excited too. So yeah, enjoy, joy in your heart and love one another. That's what I love. So yeah, be happy.
Awesome. I knew this. I knew this was going to be a great video because you and I have, we've had a lot. We've had some talks, and like I told you before we went live, it's going to feel like it's just me and you talking, right? And so it was great having you here, and I look forward to possibly having you on again in the future, and we'll continue some of these cool conversations and get an update on how everything's going on the farm.
All right, sounds good. Thanks so much, Mike, for
All
having
right.
me here.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right. I will
See ya.
You're always welcome. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Stay safe.